Being a politician is a heavy responsibility, but it doesn't mean that things are always serious. Ultimately, Dr. Xavier and his colleagues are part of a historic government that was elected on the promises of reform. And the time to deliver is now. What are you like when you're not being a serious politician?
I'm quite a handy person when it comes to using my hands. I carve and I create pieces out of waste wood. You come to my house, you'll see all these pieces in my hall and all over the places. I love to spend time doing that, but now I don't have the time. And during my younger days, I was a very active sports person. And now I'm more into rugby. I love the way they play, and I think rugby is one sport that can teach anyone discipline.
You follow New Zealand or?
I follow the All Blacks, yes.
For many years, for 6 decades, the Indian community had a representative that was MIC. Now we have a different government where there are multiracial parties like DAP and PKR. Do you see things through that racial lens, that you still have to be a representative of the Indian community?
All the members of Pakatan Harapan must realize that together we have to improve the livelihoods of this community. It cannot always be an Indian issue. You cannot come to me and say, this is the Indian issue, so let Xavier handle it. I don't, that we should go away from that. I think if it's an Indian issue, more so, Azmin Ali should handle the Indian issue, or Goneng should handle the Indian issue more than I handle the Indian issue. I like it to be seen as we are going into a different paradigm whereby the issue is a social issue. Now, if you don't come together to lift up the livelihoods of this community altogether, this community will come back to bite you, and it won't only bite the Indians, it will also bite the whole community in Malaysia.
Have the people themselves got past all this Indian, Chinese,
No, they
Malay
haven't.
thing?
They haven't.
Why? Why is this?
Because Barisan National's policies at that time with UMNO was purely race-based and religious-based. They never looked at it as a Malaysian problem. Even till today, Barisan UMNO says that they are Malay first and then they are Malaysian second.
Isn't it along those racial lines also? When you contest also, Bersatu will go for the Malay seats, DAP will go for the Chinese seats, PKR maybe more mixed and all, but still, isn't it the same kind of politics?
There is time for change. I think by people bringing in Pakatan Harapan itself, that's a huge shift in the type of government that they will see. You can see it now itself, how we are going about it. So the changes will come. You have to be patient. I think people recognize keadilan. The last general election, we used the flag, keadilan flag all over. That itself is one great move. People recognize that it's no more race-based in terms of DAP having their rocket or Amanah having their Amanah sign and Bersatu having their flag. So now we have decided that we won't use any other flag in our elections, but we'll use Harapan flag only. Yes, Bersatu is a Malay-based party, but surprisingly they also take in non-Malays in Bersatu. Amanah also takes in non-Malays. Amanah has got non-Malays as full members in Amanah. But there are a lot of Indians and Chinese in Bersatu. So it will take time, but it will change. I have a lot of confidence that this will happen in the future in Malaysia.
A lot of Malaysians are not used to the PKR style of politics, because sometimes in other parties it's a bit top-down and people keep quiet. There isn't challenging, of the big leaders. But PKR has a lot of vocal people and sometimes pulling in different directions. So this is healthy internal democracy, but is there a danger that there could be factionalism?
I think the most democratic party of all Pakatan Harapan parties is Keadilan. We let everyone speak. We are open in terms of even those who want to contest for president, deputy president. All political parties have factionalism. The extent of the factionalism that is important. But I think we are all members in a party, in the same party, and we want to see this party grow. People are looking at us, and people are seeing what leaders are saying, how leaders are talking, and how they are bringing about this democratical change in order for us to move forward. So these are the leaders that will be chosen by the party members. I mean, the party members are mature enough to see who will be the correct ones to lead the party in the next decade. So I think we'll leave it to the wisdom of the members of the party.
What can you say about that man, that picture on your desk, Dr. Mahathir? You all were against him, 20 years ago? And now...
You see, if not for him at the right time to come out in order to support the Reformasi movement, we would not have won the elections. And he is completely a different man from what he was a Prime Minister before, I can tell you that. So I think, yes, in 1980, when I first started working in the government service, that is when he became the Prime Minister. And so I've known him for so long as a figurehead of this country, but now I know him as a personal friend where I sit and discuss things with him. So I see the changes, and I see that he is really interested in putting this country back on a path of maybe you can use the word righteousness, and he wants to get it right this time. And he wants to get it right, and he wants to see that the people of Malaysia are together and not cheated again, because we cannot repeat what Barisan had done or Najib had done to this country. No way. So we will have to have a leader who is firm in order to follow through the promises that we were made to the public in the general elections. So I think I completely believe that he is the right person in the right place at this time in order to move the country forward.